Testing 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3. Okay, we're back here, and we're back rolling protocol here. Ladies and gentlemen, court to court, nice military internal staffers. Person that you can't talk straight to the and say sharing. We came at it in an observation platform, 1989 December. We had been watching a few things around about ways and about resituating a study in a few areas of research. We come across a different type of heading or entitlement title to be incorporative of those did. You keep those kind of information describing either a act, a place, person, a product. And so sharing, saying there are going to be 5 or 10 sets of particulars in understand word, love, and survival. There's going to be a need to want to be a we about. And we means you're going to have empty folders here. Judgment Day is not the recorded mechanism, a recording artist. So have your ballot lined. You close here at 4 or 5 o'clock, 7, 9, 10 o'clock sometimes night, 9 o'clock. And you hear that extra loud, boisterous noise in the library. Both of them, Mister. And so we'll get into that. You would want to know that, would you? Yep, that is that. What happened is when all of you, the whole lot, settle for drinking some coffee, haven't heard your coffee yet. Or let's see, it is late. It's late. I'll tell you that. But we have to get these particulars out and lay them down. Don't try to live your lives as like little dinosaur things, like Gila monster dinosaur things, and very, very ugly ones that do very, very bad things to bigger ones and other sizes, and wanting to lasso you up and feed them to them. The others want to do that to us too. Lasso us up and feed us to them. But we want to give, share, stipulate, and extra stipulation here for in case of emergency services. Very many things. You're not making sense. Yeah, you're right. This one's going to run on. Anyway, let's get those photos up too so you can have a couple of, okay. Bank of America Bolsa. Make sure there's 7 million in my accounts here and there and here and there. Well, I need Anthony Rackakis. You need to turn yourself in. Don't ask people to steal my money and then go against my effort to understand word, love, and survival. Like you did. You came at us with nuclear war again and lied about it. Like you're still doing for a fight. A physical fight. Physical confrontation. Using Hispanic areas of seismanship and Steve's hard-earned, really, really hard-earned, surprisingly a unique situation too. His ability to try to all of a sudden take up computer and work, and they didn't have computer, they did, but I couldn't. Windows 95, no. But nevertheless, we saw a need to incorporate communication ways and means at and with our image I can intercept what you're trying to do to me and us right now, right here. What do you think you're trying to do? You're trying to pull a fast one, pull the plug, blow the place up, bash in the window, lie you don't know anything about it. In the act, too. In the act. You don't know anything about it, is it? You're not funny? when you do know everything about it. So to say, comparative value and speaking, sharing information. Now, what we need here from you, let's get the photos up. Let's go. You start your hanging. We need better memory. We need to get our monies returned. Police, you're in on it. You did it too. You do it also then. You murder whoever you can, double side to live your life, and eat them and swallow them down like a cadaver swallower. You even did that to us to see if we tasted good. Now, who's we? You know how psychiatric staff pretend to be psychiatric staff get wise. You know, you get wise and do every living thing off as much. You did do that. There isn't one psychiatric worker that didn't know. Didn't know what we're about to share and stipulate better for you. So saying you murder, double side to live your life. Murder, double side to live your life. Every banker over here, especially you right there. Oh yeah, that's right. And so sharing the point of no more celestial heavens has come. And the sentence always came is something to be concerned about. Unless the judge is tired and let's slack off or something. But you're not a judge in my court, Stotler. No relation. If it was a relation to this Anna Marie, good luck to you. Damn. I want to hear some substance, please, Your Honor. Your Honor, sir. Yep. And so by living in 1989-90 at the 9182 coordinate address in Westminster, California, a man can't be a man unless he puts his pictures up about what you're talking about. Okay, let's get some of these up so you can go to jail better. So did you not understand Stephen Van Arroyo? Yep, man, you would be in trouble because you have and did all the things you shouldn't be doing when a complaint star NOVAE missing for space. Supernovae missing. You did it, Cummins. And you're, what a grotesque name in jail with that guy. Yeah, you're right. And so money is not going to be the same thing as ever again because you don't have real money yourselves. And you just eye it and psych it down in a way I wouldn't understood. You eye it and psych it down. To say suck it down and psych it down, not the same. Sometimes magic is fast that you wouldn't even have to talk about it. That's what we see you're using. You're using anything you can, any excuse to murder us and keep murdering. Got that officer there walking by here, taking a look in there. No, I not. No, I didn't. But if you don't get no photos up here, you know what I'm going to say to you. All right, yes, sir. I want to see some of that. I want to see us caught. catches us. He catches us. That's how he catches us. Steve catches us. He wants you to do this kind of work so you grow up with the big boys and learn to do reflector field technology with the big boys. Yeah, with the big boys. Oh, yes, I am very upset at you. Everything to do with you're in need of special attention and can't understand a muster. And everything to do stipulation with phony baloney sidesmanship, pretend to be a police. Phony baloney professions, pretend to be a restaurant. Phony baloney airport advisors, pretend to be airport advisors. You're supposed to go to any parking lot, any park and ride, check in, and lift off for 2-3 days. That'll be $11 million. Concerns, please. You better take a funny, friendly aptitude attitude and pretend you knew or didn't know Dr. Silver a couple times or two, please. You didn't know. Oh, yeah. And so I want to see there's a spiffy that you're sleeping on the job. This guy right here. This guy's in custody. Get your man right here. Robert Henry ain't your man. But Luna ain't your man either. Luna ain't your man. Do I like getting murdered and sodomized like you did to us? Somebody nearby, and you think it's funny to do? Robert Handy, did I murder and sodomize you? Then why do you got it to do to me? Huh? Because it's reasonably, bodaciously loud enough to be convincing and compelling, so you want to do revenge? And I know it. Do I want revenge? Do I need you to tell something to pull a fast one on me behind my back? But that's what you're doing in the act over here. So I need $7 million from you too, church owner. Because I have to house because I need you a dead man. Right there. Is that legal to say, Robert Handy? Huh? Is that legal to say and state in front of God and everybody? I need you a dead man. You think it's funny? Bob Anderson will help fight and screw me for you and your purpose. We warned to whom it may concern of the mass, of those who are the pre-planners of do every living thing off in creation. So who do you think you ran to? Huh? Who do you think you ran to and nuked and bombed us almost every day last year or two? That's what you've been doing, taking up a policy of not spending cut or tax and cut. You've been taking up a different kind of policy. Steve, I like it. You sound like it. To get a nicer voice, all right, Steve, please. All right, said to self. You are not to. You're to make sure I am reimbursed and compensated. You say you're not to answer no to my own money. Had it not been my own money, it'd be shucks. You're not to give me a wise ass look like a motherfucker, as if you want to kill or kick my ass. In on it, scum bucket, wads. Is Steve funny? Is it better than trying to make it funny and friendly? Or is this a muscles deal? Do I want to see your dick or your muscles? No, I don't want to see their dick or muscles. Or their gun. Same crap. Same shit. Your dick, your muscle. Yeah. You learned just like I did. Stand up, it is the right to exist. Your flag issue, stand up to your flag. 25. No, I didn't. Now, I don't fight the feeling Steve got good. Nobody thought Steve get good. Not good enough. You didn't know anything about invisible nothing, Steve, for a good long while. Yes, sir. Yes. No, I didn't. Yep, you're right. Yep. And that's the Steve I like. I don't like you. I don't like you. I don't like you. Yeah, you do. All right. No, we have my business, your business. Let me go over here. We need to make sure that you folks use the right type of go-between inter-liaison personnel to get the job done, not to get the need to do everything off even better. And you're not Cal Worthington, no sir. Right type of, I don't even got a place. You can't even come over. No, not even fun. It's even got weird and bad and mean and kooky and lame. Lame too, yeah, lame too. How lame? Real lame. So I get this picture of me. Oh, you're slow. Come on. Well, I need better memory. I need to make sure I have a couple, a photo person to work these. There's some photos I cannot look at. I need to have a break crew that can do this kind of work. You need to have that if you're going places. You got big plans. Get that photos up before big plans, please. All right. It's an audio video. This is a pre-filming type of endeavor of a get back to work, hurry up, get back to work kind of schematic on that, please, if we could. And this way we can act as though the issue is get back to work. Some kind of weird mad boss somewhere over your shoulder kind of routine. Oh, yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. Yes, sir. I wouldn't want to ask too many questions on why, but so you're trying to insinuate, if you ever get it together here, that not only does Bosa and Dwight, to sit well with the banker, all that. Yeah, because yep. Look at that. All right, hang on. Well, you see this. Here's a 6-framer. 6-framers are kind of nice when you're gonna put people in jail for real. You want to act like that, you're not going to be in another plane of existence, being a dog bomb, beast animal, crocodile, little lizard, Gila monster forever. And you must not continue those behaviors that draw and pull us away that way. You must overcome, and you have the option and capability to do that still, in my opinion. And with your cyber ways of if you think for 1 minute to take for granted the knowledge on the internet that it ain't nothing when it's everything, get Andy back up. Make sure he's smiling. Somebody gets mad at you too. Who's you? Who are you talking about? Who's you too? Get it up. So it came to be some a rank above the president. Oh, me? Yeah. Wow. No, get it over here. No. So Steve, rank above the president. We start to get you started improving a little bit here, a little bit there. You try to pick a bone with me about not. Hey, wait a minute, you can't do that. Try to pick a phone with me, and testing and stipulating, giving some return fire, some return tripwire, what have us. That is way too. I need better memory. You see, this is what happens, and we had. I'm gonna have to start this one all over again and start a fresh one from the beginning, so it looks nicer and opens right up, custom tailored, like da 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 da. But let's not forget to work the program in a way that we check and modify the pass the baton, resituate the sensor issues. Let's not forget that at all, with a fervor too, really, really seriously. You folks that are cockroaches or mitochondria infused, different types of magic, murder magic, are going to need to bring or submit to us in higher council how you're going to be a part of society that is not a threat to the others in terms of advantaged DNA mitochondria infusements and pre-genetically worked out and worked over and tested ways of getting over on the others. See, and raping all the women until they turn monsters and tentacles and so the ugliest, disgusting And if you think that is kidding around, we're going to get another film going up here. This one is like a, but we do need to make sure we have that DARPA and the stipulation intact about segregation and the cross between the need to castrate a few of you, quite a few. If you can't, I can't keep my thing to myself. I got it. Whoa. And as bad as big as some of the other ones are, nothing can stop me that way, that way, that way. You just have to have better memory here on these. Please, you're going to need to bring whoever, however, not the case to the program. You can't just bring in whoever, however. You have to have some type of guidelines here in security clearances. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. It's not a big free-for-all at wage all and all infamy. No boundaries, nada. Because boundaries, because you wind up psyching and sharing and getting nothing done, and you wind up saying it's all bad, so screw it, nuke it. And you did nuke it too many times. And to say it nice and chalantly, or to say you can't handle it, and let me show you the details. I completely and totally infernoed it. Not any old nuked it. And you did that, Perez, and had that done. Seal Beach did it. Seal Beach Weapon Stations did it. Beto Jimenez did it. Whoever, however, couldn't answer in the affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Complaint of supernovae missing. Yeah, supernovae? Yeah. Wow, that's terrible. These guys didn't be on their back? Yeah, I read some kind of stuff like that in some of those informationals throughout the years. But about using the Earth as a satellite to go do mischief. But oh yeah, that bad. And you made them, Steve. I made them. Wait a minute. Wow, congratulations. I made them. Yep, behind your back. And these guys want to fight about it. Kill your ass. Steve, don't not talk like that. I know you're trying to sound like that, like some kind of you tag on top of it. No, but still, subversive front lines warfare. Ugly, pretty ugly stuff. So if you ever get it together, but we want to go to a few subjects, and that, again, mainly, there are many, but the issue here is get the heck back to work. or do a good job. Pay the man, do the work, do a good job. Real fast, real quick, real. And yeah, is that all you got? Is that all you got? And also, we're not a lever drop kick deal in everyone's rear end in flying saucer abuse. So we have to have a different type of schematic, a pledge, oath, missionary objectives, and your benevolence, B's for benevolence. Oh yeah, you went to camp one time. Yeah, benevolence. Yep. Right there. B is for benevolence. FCB for me and all that. I said one time Steve went to camp. And so by acting out as if we got to get hysterical about it because I didn't murder, I don't know anything. Everybody, you want to know something else? I'll set it up like this. That wouldn't have happened to me or him or them if it wasn't for you know who, Steve. And you kind of blame it a little bit my way. That ain't funny. Your stepbrother, your information. Oh, I heard a little. Just yeah. You want to say something about it? This may. Anybody have to leave and go run and make more or whatever. But your effing stepbrother Ricky. Did you know what he was doing? He did the whole eastern seaboard, some weird-ass parasite enslavement deal in everybody's rear end. Ricky did that. No, Ricky? You gotta look behind me. No, you check with your image. Think you don't know. That, some kind of a, it wasn't a nice puff and stuff story. No, it wasn't. It's not funny. You would have to laugh and be funny, but act like you're friendly about things and face up, too. That might be, yeah, okay. And you go and have some type of decoy for some mischief they got put up. Wasn't my fault. There could be that argument. Could. I'm going to argue that. So let me go over there to not the mechanized division. No, to the recording mechanism there. Recording mechanism in the cassette thing. Recording mechanism. Steve, you yelling at the recording mechanism? You're not funny. So you better talk to the recording mechanism about this a little bit because it's so sensitive and it's so harmful and a lot of things could get in the way to obstruct a simple going out murdering double-sided limited lives in space and going to see if you made it out murdering. Oh, they are? Yes, sir. But you don't do that, do you, Steve? No, sir. Okay, well, I have to say like, and I'm just have to say Aaron, you personally. No, personally, everyone. No. Some elbow room to improve the missionary objectives. You know, say exactly this. How would I like a nice, then I'm supposed to be in jail, and you want me to go arrest them too? A can of worms. And Steve over here, a toothpick, the old toothpick size, regular, the standard bag, but no boat, come on, not that bad, toothpick, and while everybody else. You don't usually want to take a swing at me on this one, please. Maybe another one, maybe not another one. Even from Jupiter and all that. Yep. But very big anatomy, very big stuff, very big, and very dangerously. We have some quite a bit, a majority of our dinosaur-like Gila monster dumb running around. They're real ugly, eating people like no tomorrow, but they're behind every time around. Somehow that has how the habit, the bad, ugliest habit you ever saw. Somebody got to break the news to Steve how ugly it is. Oh, it is terrible. It is really. Well, I better go and look at the other thing. You want to look at me when I find out about this. It is really bad. I mean, everybody do it. Even if I tell you, even who else, you just start crying. And I don't want to see you start crying about this, but seriously. I like him to act like you like that the Rayburn building. Yeah, Rayburn building. But not ready yet. Oh yeah. They're almost trying to make. Reason being, a stipulation for a lot of most of the time, these kind of situations you might have heard before, it only last to a 32 years old. These type of decoy, 60 something, and the inventions of life, not to be far and in between, and all of a sudden no more, and have to start all over, as opposed to be able to protect, serve, save, use those books we love to read, not to make a wedge between Steve and Kurt, some of those areas in particulars, books, the publishing, the name of the publishers, and ways and whys that can get outflanked by dark sauce screws, those particulars of what has made this type of situation different than the others, as far as six tillion now is 3 trillion, 4 trillion, 3 quadrillion for the same setups like these. A kind of bait kind of guy, and set him up and pulp star binary type infusement, and some type of the words we used to have on that asexual reproductive, and like mirage like reproductive properties and that sort of thing. And not even ovary type, although it was stipulated, although it were real good doctors, and you wouldn't even know it was all that. And so when you put your order in for your nice great grandchildren overseers, when I know what to do. I know what to do. You better, Steve. If I ever have a donor did something to get to something, I need, let's say, 20,000 constellations with all the amenities good to go. These flying sausage ship, man, benevolent, not supposed to be wasting dumping our energies and wealth. And there is that kind of wealth still. You want to stay straight with it. I need 30,000. I need 6,000 constellations with all that good to go. And raising your our hybrid versions with very much to do with work, as you're going to need to. I know all the tricks that they go. Everybody pop everybody. You can't do it. I know the trick. I know. No, you don't know the trick. Be able to keep them flourishing, and or else what good are you? It could be asked. Well, you're good for nothing. So each and every one of you, I would say, or even Steve, if he ever grows up long enough to be able to fathom something like that, I don't think he would, but if he ever does, but what's in it for you and them, if when you go to sleep, you know what else? Oh yeah, there's something about the genie little mess thing. They go woof, and they're gone. Well, where did everybody go? But since now, some really tragic things, occurrences have occurred, and the whole schematic goes into a spiral fall down to the ground type of deal, because real bad things, So let's not let Wendy Lindley and the judge over here, Perez, it's nice to be a drug that nice in theory and all that, but we need to make some real calculating changes, real calculating as to how we're going to not live a life of just pretend to be of which have us, whatever. I go to the supermarket, and you guys don't even eat food. And they're looking at me, don't look the other way. Ooh. And it wasn't too long ago when the gals were cute. Where? And then before you know it, oh man, they're getting really done up. It was very terrible. Very terrible. And so they need to post an 11 million spot, call the county sheriff go there with our $1 trillion a day. Oh, I looked in the internet. You iron for, but no, I'm good to go. So 11 million over at the Hilton Irvine, a fund for who are they that want to go there and share information and do the thing, the program, and that could be a real first phone call. I know that might not. Oh no, yeah. So we got a new number, and 11 million over here, 11 million over here, 11 million over here, and very importantly, and not enough a minute too later soon, the pass the baton, resituate the sensor is very much a big little cliche, in my opinion, in very many ways. You said a little baton pass and resituate the sensor, and sharing it, so saying why that, not why that, because, and to make sure we have a mixing console of this sort, you could put the faces up there, the image up there, and this is not, but a mixing console in and within, whether it's a telepathic type of software inclusionary in your version, and you're like ecologists throughout the United States, you wanted to pretend you're going to be rebuild, you visualize the deal. So in saying, Steve, you bring back people from the dead in ways that can't hardly ever be explained in a way. It's just so unbelievably a miracle of super precedence. It's also almost unfathomable. And then you want to make friends with, remember that guy? He was gonna, he could should have pounded your face, Mr. Clancy. Yeah. No. Yeah, no. You can't say make friends. Oh, yes, that's right. See if you can find him a little bit. And the type of reband policy we have to have is, first of all, we got to take Beto out of there. He has to be replaced as soon as so fast. A speeding locomotive can't even describe it. Faster than a Superman commercial. And put any reasonable stipulated a little bit more to the stipulation of their type of ethnicity friendly and ethnicity minded to their own variants a little bit. And very much everything to do with the obligations on that would be to make sure whatever it takes in life to incorporate a Midas touch type of remand policy. But okay, Uncle, I'll go further, and I'll be there. I won't do that. And that's all there is to it. And before you know it, when you're just about to receive a good you can even slip in a real good what do you call the karma, a nice type of real like beautiful, feeling good instead of mean. There's a different kind of approach too, though. But a few real ouch, and so I need to hear ouches. And while am I walking through my day and stuff like that, and you need to hear that too. Ouch! No. Instead of tentacles getting away, and so terrible, and so so disgusting and ugly. The ways of mitochondria, or the ways of mutation, and so there are quite a few that have just done too many up right now that need to be, and let's not say cantankerous, Let's not take I don't want you know to be not. Let's not take cantankerous. I'm recorded to the mechanism. If it can, so let me. I'm not going to be honest. Hal Worthington had to see me first at the deal. You know, show me his dick. It's as bad as you got to take a piss real bad. His dick got to some asshole real bad. That's all you're doing is assholes. And so the subject of weaning it out of it and eat him like a mo. Oh, and you don't want dark gun, you know, Steve dark gun. Yeah, you better put it over here. You can't see this. It's got some sort. But you're in Barbara Bush's house, and George Bush just came back the other day, and you're not supposed to know that. And you're supposed to have this done, and you're supposed to have it right off the showroom floor, and you don't have it. As I've as mad as the devil at you. You're supposed to have it right off the showroom floor, good to go, and right off there, good to go. No excuses. And you saw he was Mr. Intrinsic back in the day. Yes, he was. Don't go in front of him and then, oh, that's blow the whole thing. And so by saying, don't ask you to judge this, because you make a mockery and laugh every time. Think it's funny to crack jokes. As nuclear wars and nuclear refurbish, it's not a joke. You know how to spell nuclear refurbish? Yes, sir, I do, Your Honor, sir. Do you think nuclear refurbish is a joke to be joking around? To come back every day after Beto on our all-in-one effort to try to use mechanized type of mechanics in a sense of all-in-ones to treat everybody and his brother attaining flying saucer wing apertures under their real bad murder devil deeds. All of a sudden they're growing into a flying saucer machine apparatus. And everybody's brother got way too many. And so a very, very unsavory and not nice case of murder all you can with Sandra Hutchins and her crews leading the scrimmage in a way understated and under the didn't ask for it under a lot more than gun. That was back when, and then Beto took that, ate it up and spread it. Your stomach item prizes. And Beto's belly is where you're at. And you're laughing? And Steve brought back his many, and you're trying to do what to him? And still lie about it. I do. Anybody can kick my butt. You don't want to say anybody's team. A commission, a different commission, fight, better pull, intimidate. Material facts. Nuclear refurbish, image can talk, communicate, catches you all day long. Any act, oh, something funny, gotta be a comedian. Never sit there, I'm not gonna start fighting. Because you can kick Steve's ass. Do I want to bet? No, I won't bet. I win. No, that ain't gonna work all the time. Yeah, you can't do that one. All right, I can't do that one. But still, you're to assign the right type of go-betweens and know why. Know why the right type of person for the job. Like, I don't like you. People don't have to like people. And you stand up. You're playing great country. You're free to be that. Free to. I don't have to like you. You know, but fiduciary trying to be nice. I'm like, but one, I got just a job for that guy. I did a great job of you, but like people. So a lot of times in life, if a great deal, a great job, a great stipulation of trade offer, business offer, proposition, this can also mean a likeness or way of bringing the right type of things together, elements of change and growth and culmination and individual personality character. I got time for that. No got time for that. Got time for it. Everybody can think they got time, and everybody don't think they got time. Who is everybody? If you don't know who everybody is, you're going to get it any which way. And that ain't even, and if it was. And so, like, trying to make sure that I'm not making a mistake about you want to take a swing or fight or faster, jump quicker. No. Play guitar faster. No. Okay, just making sure. And so the future of our inventions, and not, I don't want to be this computer, but real fast, and the publishing areas of the those that brought the, or even stole from up in the skies, and sucked down the whole deal, got all the technology, oh yeah, yep. We have a we obligation to be a we on that. If you're going to make a recording for something to do with at least a recording mechanism, go as a recording artist, and it's right and not right. Mechanism, recording mechanism. Get through a little bit, if that can maybe somebody have other ideas. If I had anyone else had time to go, me, you better stop saying me, I and team are going to get mad at Steve too. And that is going to be always a recipe for disaster and loss. Yeah, you worked at my big boy, yep, no I and team. Yes, sir, I did. And for quite a while too. And you're trying to make me look bad, like a bohemian arguer. A fight promoter, you're acting like a fight promoter too. Fight promoter. Yeah, that's what you said. Don't wage infamy and fight promoting and all that. That's about fight promoting. You've been doing that too much. And so, a way to wean yourselves out of, get back to your spine, in your spine area, the way you came back, the way you were brought forward, ambitions and goals. We got military, we got plenty of guys and people that need to make sure you are on the internet for the right reasons. And the right reasons is not to wheel Steve in the hospital and figure out a fast one. But the right reasons is, first of all, party Steve down something about it, your party, give me a Kool-Aid, and make sure that you are a pass the baton, resituate the sensor fast. Hurry, because you're in the living room of innocent elderly people, or people, assimilation of people, and their trailer home, the trailer. We can't have this all in one. Everything is Steve right here. Then cussing the worst time, raspy, the worst cussing, the worst behaviors, the worst patterns, behaviors. There are really some innocent and elderly in regard to the tenor of the back and forth arguments and ways of manufacturing communication, if they ain't just a one-way communication going on. Steve, don't think they can kick my butt. All right. You kick my butt, no, you ain't really from the South, huh? No. And so, what did he say? What did I say? We're at the pass the baton, resituate the sensor. If George Bush or somebody did just come back again, we don't want to agree to, look, welcome back. That is what we want. So we want to make sure we have the type of mixer personnel, the technicians that work that area, that maximize. It was once said or stated or shared that you can have your own relationship with a deity, see? And so by using fractionally less to try to test it, see if we can go that way with it, like 7 hours this way over at the West Point, and if you ever say that to anybody, they hear it, and anybody see, all right, no, or XYZ or ZYX, and or 8 hours a day, and to make sure you check over here as a level, and you have to have a real honest hertz and decibel, or not decibel, hertz, sound level. You have to visualize how and why you want a certain percent of the sound wave, or the message wave, or the vibrational wave of receiving and incoming, outcoming, You want the fairness of the whole testimony, perhaps, that's going back and forth, but you want to have the most of the communication in a way that can be manageable and not loud annoyance in everyone's that sort of thing. See? And so you have plenty of work to do, and that's the good thing, because the work nowadays, if you have any idea that I need 20,000 consultations for a big job I got going, all the everything included on it, and you ain't an In-N-Out burger with forgot the chili on it, and that is really, really where you want to be with having big plans or something like that. I definitely would go that, and so a lot of people need to be supervised that can keep and be beneficial in the workplace. In some places, like Dr. Greer and stuff, turn you back. No. The current stuff, people got to be supervised. This is not funny. So the right type of person for the right type of job. So if I saw you, that might be so, but the right person for the right type of job, well, I use your scheduling, your way to put your scheduling, your way, working Sunday, 7 to 4, 7 to 4, and 3 6, I'm going to put him there, the basic principles of work mechanics, and putting schedules together, and, personally, but the schedule, the work program in itself in regard, and to bring back the whole deal in way unbelievably, how can I know? Steve, I know that we blew up Jackson Isle 27 times. They came back and he did whistling Dixon, and it was the music song on his mind. Didn't know the difference. Very, very much. That is not funny at all. They do a good job real fast. Not too fast, but not say that to me. The issue is fuck that. No. The issue is really, I need 16,000 or 3,000 of these over here set up with all the. And if you think the mental psychiatry business in this time it is good for nothing, and how do I tell? Who do I tell? I got a double side. I am ugly this way, 16 million cubits this way. I can make it, but I'm good for nothing that way. And I feel lost in this way because I can't tell nobody. But if I did tell, and if you ever found out, by the way, and if I want to make innocent people, that I don't know how ever gonna. And Open Wide is trying to do me up all the while too. By the way, and Beto, and who is Beto? Right there. There is enough psychiatric need for the right type of medical language and mutations and supergrowths, and to way bypass the, if Steve ever found out stipulations of, I did, wow. And also, if one can imagine more of the same of these kind of setups, but even the good kind now, get more improved, and they're trying to act as though, the trick, your responsibility of between you and some, you should be able to, when someone wants to act like you and know all the, it might be nice to put that out there. Between me and they come into all the tricks. Life is not tricks, Steve. You ever say that? Oh, yes, sir. No, sir. And those give and takes. And by mindful of the conservatives and the benevolence regards to use, especially in flight aperture conveyance in itself. The lines are benevolent, yeah. And it came to land and the lever thing popped out and it went, and the whole thing. Oh my, that is just too much to fathom, to be talking about it too much, how it goes down. Advertise to everybody, why don't you? So when we have these forums and these kind of informationals, and we say and stipulate Beto needs to be replaced real bad, and you can't sound like Rod Steiger, like you're one of us too. You sound like you ain't that good. He needs to be replaced real bad. No, don't do that right now. But anyway, real bad, he needs to be replaced. Seriously, very seriously. Reason being, and how to do it, just in case there's people are stuck. That is very much something if you are a belly item, a stomach item, or prize trophy. Say that again. What I heard is outside and inside Steve's peripheral sight. What's left right now is the majority of you are stomach item war prize trophies, just about a goner of Beto's. Just about a goner. And Steve doesn't think that's the right type of, we have this may not be this or the Middle East. We got a sectarian rift here. We do, yeah, me and Nancy. Because I was making those signs and like an isometrics real nice and stuff. And you let Beto do the worst. You have to remember the innocent elderly not to describe it, how seriously, detestably, defilingly, tentacles any which way in love area instead of understand the word love. And mad at me, it was so bad, so terribly for that one. Want to get mad at me for that, Johnny go lucky Steve, whatever reason or excuse, and the need to understand the difference when we do replace for more professional-minded areas. Director Gates, please. We have to have a crew, a small crew, a few at a time, work with and within. I was describing it as a ground control unit with Steve, where Nancy here, and you know that is not a soluble way of describing a safety screen. I bet I could break that safe, but still, the safety screen around Steve a little bit with a few hands-on persons that can keep your hands to yourself, come on, all that. And this is how to get the, if people, you think it's a joke that you're a stomach item war prize trophy of Beto's, and anyway the wind blows, if Steve ain't around or Beto does this, what happened to us? That right there. And so to act like we're living on a easy come, easy go, here today, gone tomorrow time, you want to go, I don't want to go there. I don't like that. I have big plans. Big plans. Yeah, big plans. And you said phase advance. You said phase advance. But back then, you said that. And by having some extra time invested in trying to hold the once in one's word a little bit this way and the other, and 16 constellations that way, it was all, and you eat a birthday cake, no, but that way of thinking, and that use of energies and repositories and ways of a need to make sure these subjects are aligned and in tune, and meanwhile over at Area 51 in the Beta. Now, as far as mechanized and the divisions on that, I'm not going to say they look good. I know, that was really a real thing in the 90s, and it was a de facto, you thought. Steve thought it was a de facto. He thought it was a little bit of a de facto thing. And nice Secretary JD, real nice, easy going. I'm riding the bus. And here you come, oh man. And so by a couple of things in life back there, the overtures or the efforts to try to bring together the Russian type of, still a little bit of animosity behavior still, believe it or not, a tiny bit though. And the hospitality and the James Baker, you can't say that, you can't, all right, I get a little bit out of it, but start running a little bit, nobody saw me say that, but those type of almost could almost get it together type deals that could have got people excited. That hopes there, and aside from those kind of exciting times of George Bush bringing him back from the one thing or another, hypothetical double thing. Oh, but that was very, very exciting back there too. And people get older and stuff, and you get older and stuff, and the children should be seen and unheard. Granted, George Bush Senior, if he had known, it's even if he had told that to Nancy, and that would probably be nice too. He got his own deal, I don't like Steve, nothing personal, nothing personal intended back, but. But I could definitely share and visualize if you wanted to have reserve that. But please don't wake me up in the middle of my dreams and Kurt, now you love it. But still, to wake us up in a resurrection deal in the middle of some more nightmares and nuclear this and witches and this and that and evilness and that we can't have that. So we have to give and share a space for even the Kennedys and the conservative areas of Democratic, and not to be confused with demagoguery, but again, if it's way demagoguery might hear, and that passed the censor, so you'll have 11 censors being worked with mechanized ways of mixing consoles, telepathic, and Steve wanted to be out going shopping and have a girlfriend a little bit. But that's a real bad mistake. Excuse me, it is though still, because girlfriend, where? And then it's not even funny. It's not even funny. See? So that is still some of the stipulated challenges and desires of life. And I want to be able to walk around the man. Well, even if it didn't guess that. Just the person that said to you, I know that a great couple, and you got to meet them. But I'm not that you never heard me free plans that I did before. You got to come up with it just off the top of it. But that kind of friendly, be prepared to your friend. I never said that. That kind of debriefing and internal. So at matchmaker, you can't use that kind of wordage. That's not cool. So, all right, he's right. And so something that is kind of slick, but in the interest of setting one up with the right type of miswrite. See, everything to do with a lot to do with the architectural pretentious and pretend to be biblical, at least biblical mention of we saw the fondness, we saw that, but definitely a need to the hybrid, that gastrointestinal, fecal. So Monday was different, and not to build a wedge between Steve and Kurt. At home, a nice home in Orange right now. We need like a Dr. Silver setup. Speaking of which, a way to bring and share a little bit of even anonymous texting corroborations. That great, oh great, I'm not getting anything in beta. That is not funny. Even the worst person I ever wanted, you tentacled in any which way, no, that is way too much. That's way too much. That is way too much. That is way the subject. That's way too much. You can't do that to people or anybody. And walk away and overlook and be a stomach item war prize trophy on the brink. And I made those signs, and you think I say it was okay to do that? I said, ouch, okay. And once in a while, like somebody had to itch their behind in public and got embarrassed too, and you're not supposed to, because that's dirty, you're not supposed to really do that. But I think you do that, and that would work for me. And you saw when Laura attacked, and these people, and they do all the word thing, and I got it's real scared, and you did, and you let on get it unfair, not nice. And so that's why one of the reasons why I know that is really, really a good command policy. And so those senior areas of a need for a security all-in-one, and all-in-ones for commands, not some clown that all-in-ones everybody's behind makes it 20 million times worse. I see you 20, raise it 20, go quantum in the new definition, not even in the book of whatever, never going to be. It could get real, and does get real ugly and out of control, so to say, snowballing. And so the interest in sharing and possibly upgrading, the need and wantingness and desires to bypass not only the unpleasantries and dispense with the little great poop attitude and dispense is also the make this real good, because I was watching it. They don't believe in hell, and hell, I don't say that word. Let me see, think about it a little bit, quite a bit. And so, if out on your way, out there, you can wind up not having to go, all of a sudden wind up in this terrain, this plane, all of a sudden, and all these complexities and building and amassing more and more. And okay, I'm probably not going to. Just a little bit of that, impulses, electroshock therapy. But now, you can't really just squeeze an impulse to get my dinosaur, what do you call it? What do you call it, Steve? Let's go to surfing show here. I don't know if your internet's fast enough right now, but it's slow right there. And see what kind of ways we have to treat ugly pig. Steve, I don't like to don't lose a breath on that. Have somebody else do this little too. But those subjects, so you look it up, and lo and behold, he's going to get mad at me because, lo and behold, she gets mad at me because they do a murder match to your mom. And so I can't use you or lo and behold too much, I got to stay away from you guys, Damien. That's, do I want to see more? Oh, no, I better not. So let me get away a little bit here, and let me find somebody else. And Lana is in trouble real bad, and she can't tell because Beto holds her hostage. This is not a funny matter. Steve has really, really stepped up, and anybody can beat Steve's butt is funny, and he has to run and cuss, and that's not funny in the home of dignities and dignified people, where you go to encourage moms and an aura of peaceful, very, 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 everything to do with civil and mature and elderly, not a hunting need to be a pervert. You can't control your behavior like Beto, see? So you folks are way, way cannibalizing to the fullest extent and are psycho. You can't think it's funny. And this is my world too, I hear. And I didn't make you to do those things. And so if I have to walk away from it and start yelling, stay in the corner to Nancy doesn't like that. Because I need a corporal. Ow, okay. And so you have to figure something out with Nancy about this, because I'm going to get mad at Nancy for not corporal commanding you. Is that okay? And Nancy has to be in Sule to take somehow or another to prayer service at 12, 1, 2 o'clock for an hour or two every day. Or else something can go haywire. And something go haywire anyway, but I'm going to try. Well, I think you can't do that. See? And so this one has cusses. You have to get the cussing out. You can't hardly even use this for diplomacy. Maybe, but you don't know the language. It may not work. It could work a little, but maybe And you can't say that. You can't say his name. But I'm happy. No, but I tell you, if we did, in under the and within the visible plane, and to say safety screen. Excuse me, I have to go in the other room, please. What is that noise? Steve, are you okay? Oh, yes, dear, that's not me. And so you got to protect these areas, these people that you don't all of a sudden rape with them. You can't do that. That's not funny. There's nothing funny in life. Remember, sometimes nothing funny. Oh, there isn't? Oh, no. So to stay a whole of your objective, and that is also the cemeteries of life. If that is not an assessment of a stipulation of much to do with enough work to go around, keep busy, busy, busy. How come you're not working? Especially, you'd be very, very happy to know that a lot of this work is not the super labor intensive like in the old days. See, you work with a computer like this. And so using this mouse, let's get back to over here. And they're trying to make everything look funny, and you know what I really do. Yep, yep. And so we have to make sure the right type of medical clearances, not the wrong type, medical clearances. Suppose a medication works for me if I take 20 million times more than you would take it, or suppose it works for you the same. Those questions with regard to anatomy advantaged DNA, he's got 2 feet over there. You know how big that guy is? They are too. You know what this guy can do to you? This guy, and, excuse me, and a few others, and it's grow, and it's not even that funny as that haircut to grow. And so I know how to get, I got some ideas how to get that big Leviathan area, how to have it look in the mirror and try to get its physique looking good and better, looking better. No, you gotta tuck that in, look. You know, and put it up like that, and try to go like that with it. And that some ideas those are ideas. I kid you not. You see a big, it is, look at, oh man. But and it's growing. It's like a big all-in-one too. Oh man! But when you put it and look in the mirror, see it, and then you try to stretch it. I want to look better like that than that. And those kind of self-conscious or conscious regard for the lady like of the place, that she is like looking like $1,000,000, and no matter what. And this some kind of weird call of a Venetian flytrap to do everywhere. Anyone that does look that and wants to act, they're mature enough to fit into that area of get it together, guys, not a boys club. All that. You did say S too one time, so you have to back and protect that too, and not just. That's not funny at all because a lot of them they're getting all of a sudden. Wait a minute, where do you go? This is if you don't think this is important, they're getting, and this is not a need to come over here and endanger the. Not only did Steve bring back as many as departed in almost so inconceivably a critical and vital stipulation of stay away from it. Don't go to an hour later, it brought back George Bush yesterday, and you guys don't know. It's so important to make sure that a motley type of, oh, wow, great. Even if you, what, and then you're getting late, and no, you're getting a little, you're 60-something, you're talking about getting, no. Okay. So, if and when Steve's stipulated mom, don't do drugs and slap you silly, conservative, very, very conservative. And Abu Ghraib, instead of this over here, high end or something. And everything to do would make me a liar, and Beethoven, which way the train was going down. Oh man, and combined with holding her hostage and doing what with John and others, that is very, very bad. And so, and to say and share is Stephen on a roll for you guys, and this doesn't happen very often. Like in songwriting, a couple in a row. Sometimes me and Kurt were in a row sometimes. And you guys have hurry up and take advantage. Hurry. I would say that to incorporate your efforts, you'll savor and stuff, and not to blow it. And just get people. Nobody, no, I don't know anything. No, something else with it. So let's not stack the deck and go the wrong way with it. And if you didn't hear that yelling down the street, down the road, at Bank of America, and over there, over Dwight, nice people over at Citibank. There's enough to go around without having to yell really terrible things. And you're running out of breath here. And there's many phases of this. There's GIF, there's audio-visual transcriptions. There's much to do with, this is kind of a piece together, not a real good one, but nevertheless, there is optimistic areas of approach still, and that is what's important to Nancy. As far as Stan, you are not supposed to murder Stan. Don't do that, especially with all this business going on. And this no I didn't stipulation. I think you need to tuck you in as well. No. You want to get some rest. Nancy did. You know what Nancy did? $1 trillion a day, and let me say that's some more good news for you. Leaving me string dangling with a gallon of gas. You did this. And then you come counting and depending on me. And I'm in my 60s. And all of a sudden, I think you're not well. And I'm still huffing and puffing. And you're doing a bad thing, Nancy. Real bad. And that's all I have for now. I had that last video. If you're back, you got it under you maybe over there. If you do, the audio came out so terrible that it echoes on it. But you might be able to repair it. It was really pretty good. The enunciation of it being, it was kind of a little bit bossy, but it was really ugly too. The way you sound like a bad, ugly Scarface. I would never want to look at or know. Yeah, it did look like that too a little bit, unfortunately. But once in a while you get one or two that might be able to. But it was some real bad cussing. So on that too, the last one. And so it's on this file over here. There's only one or two. And so we're using the Acer and 8 gigabytes. And we got the other over there. But to have someone working next to me, don't try to pick it up, or he might eat you or be from the Bronx. I have a Slim Jim, remember, Kurt? Yeah. Okay. But nevertheless, assistant personnel, without having to resort to a time and place to put in reverse. And dead people around here all of a sudden don't know what to say because people are getting killed right now because that's all you need to know. And getting killed? No. And you're out of breath. You're out of money. I don't want to say do not high, especially if you got Jack Death drugs. Remember, and tainted this, tainted that. Even if letterhead told you to do it, you have to make room for the Kennedys and the elderly, all kinds of people. That you have to not be a forgetful of a past of a time or situate the censor reasoning. And then some, and that's not enough, that's not all. And so all of a sudden, if Steve all of a sudden pulls up in front of your house, right now, oh, he's right there, you doesn't see us here, you know I'm in here. It could also be your last day, too. That's what it was. Bob Anderson it's got some weird, very, very unlikable parts or anatomies to share a stipulation for that just appear when you visualize, and in the place where you visualize comes obstacles of pursuits. Oh, wait a minute, oh, wait, I'm letting your phone sleep. Yes, right there. So Bob is a big threat too. So let's go over here to file that those parking tickets. I have to have those quashed, please. Yeah, I guess he is. Yeah, he might get scared. Yeah, Steve might get scared. Everybody to do with everything to do with jail is just for Steve. He might find out something about that. Yeah. No, you got a parking ticket there. Parking ticket there. I think that's it. And oh yeah, that's an exempt on that. You have to take a professional on the up and up, seriously, very much seriously, a Air Force type approach on that, and we did meet a little bit, not to be smoking pot at least, and not to share that, and so to have made it this far in 32 or 33 years is usually the average age rate, and I'm not getting, Nancy's not kidding. Anyway, now exiting the system, entered as so sensitive. If I told anybody anything, or pulled up in front of their house, or pulled up a block or two in a field with nothing in it from their house, who do you think would show up or is there before I get there? Anyway, good night. May good word, good, good tidings, good ways of being a part of our everything be the stipulation and the hallowed of and beingness of yours, our names. May your name be hallowed too, O good Lord. May goodness be a thing of beauty and honesty and a future worthy of being a part of and within your plan and plans of how can we stay forever. Amen, 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 amen. Good night, good night. So you see Steve driving out there, you got to yell at him, but don't you take it on bait or that is the wrongest thing to ever do. Man, oh man, that whatever it is, to play stupid or have somebody drive up, you got to selling a piece of computer thing. So you better buy something. Nancy is baking. You're baking, Nancy. $1 trillion a day. Congratulations, you're the richest person in a while. And you have me yelling at over here. We're supposed to do music. It sit well with the banker and all, with it well connected and all that. And you're making my reputation look bad, you know. And that is too dirty and too ugly to insinuate to ask others to do that. So don't use benevolence. Bob Gates, you mention any of these people's name, and then you start mentioning, and you don't deliver, and you let them get hit. And so you can't let them use it in prejudice. You use it lead into still waters, and they'll be a quitter. So your end needs, if we can get a little bit of breaking crew to make sure you're not overworked, a breaking crew on your end. And Nancy has to have rest also. Rest, like not a nice scheduling. And so you might have a nice, easy first take care of you, take care of you, and keep your hands to yourself. No murdering, no raping. Take something for it if you have to. Take something for it. Take something for it. You don't do that. You don't murder. No, sir. Garden Grove, I think, what you never did a lick. I think you out there doing a lick there. No, that wasn't me. No. I didn't do a lick. I didn't do a lick. You darling, not that. You so good. No. You don't want no Steve too good. Say Steve, enough, please. Okay, so I need to make and you know I'm walking where I'm at right now, and how much gas I got right on the right. And so if I appear like a dorky looking, scrappy looking dude over there, you forgot to put a for sale sign. Oh yeah, that's right. I have a lot to worry about, a lot of things to worry, a lot to lose. And you know, holding a little globe and holding on and chanting, it may not mean it's been a dark day or real bad losses in life. I've been through nuclear wars and things, and I can't tell anybody about it. It's not, give up. It's not milk. What is that? What not? Anyway, goat's milk. Goat. No. Goat milk. Okay, some goats. No. I'm good. And so to to understand the nature of a parasite and the stages of what constitutes a complete and total takeover of another person, and who takes it over, and how much of 100% of a takeover is it, and to constitute if and when a time that Nancy intervenes and gives it back a little bit, which may not or may not occur if Nancy had not been around. That these areas have very much to do with. If one thinks that is not important, that's very important. You said Roberto Jimenez killed the President John Trump February 7th to 20th to the 21st of 2017, and the nuclear arsenal within his loins and it took the whole thing on his war prize trophy, and now he's also Donald Trump. And that's not an April Fool. Only there is or might not be enough time to circle better the stipulation. But I tell you what, if it up the road it was not accounted for, if the cat 12 had 9 lives and like something, but came back a little bit. So not that joke. No, okay. It's not funny though. It's not funny. These two right here together, Beto and Don. Clancy Blaze there. Yep. Somebody will pull somebody aside, and those that need to start working around within Steve's area of acting as if some excuse or a little bit. You can't get that close to those kind of people. You know that. Yep. You're running. So if there is a little bit of a couple of little weird, wow, I better not drink, but and the talk needs to get a little bit a little bit briskier this by the left and right, and kind of conservative man, liberal man, talk this one, that, what happens. Steve, you go there, a couple of it's really a couple of those, yeah, you go over there on that side of it, we're going to talk over here. A little bit of that. A little bit of that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's some pretty rough stuff out there. Oh, there is? Yeah. Okay, I'll take your word for it. I think, all right. A little bit of some of that. I wouldn't doubt. No, I'm good. And so, a little bit of some information. So it'd be best, really, for you guys. It could have happened to any other judge. But any, but we would have made that mistake too, or not made that mistake too. Very easily could have been also lands in to keep that and not keep that. See, to make it so special and not so special. Yep. But if someone needs an attack, David Anders, secretary, an attack. I'll keep on running. You're not to aggravate mayhem until I run on you, even but still. By the way, and so mayhem, aggravate mayhem. An attack at Beto is very serious. That is way too much. A full-blown end it all. It's not even funny. You have to think with your mind and the signs. A hand up here, a hand over here, at that to like hug a little tiny bit at the side, angles of the arm, to make an assessment of hybrid family-like units, 30,000 constellations with the aim high and steering. You want to go that if you could have would have. It's not those that could pretend that way at least. With the nice, you're not a nice lad, but if you were, but if you were, okay, but that way about it, and so, and to, the STEAD, and figure out a way to make it come together in a way that, Steve was talking to somebody else, you can't talk to us like that, direct like that, So, in a way that he's talking to within a partner or two about something, and to overhear and over, or eavesdrop that way and that way. It could have, would have been, not could have, would have been a little bit that way. And so, let's go over here too. If your internet comes in quick right now, you can get some subjects up. I'll see you. You take it easy. Have a good day. A little bit there. And so it might be real easy to say diplomatic immunity, everybody can have that, and the ones that says that, but it really is very seriously much that, because exempt to that, because one day, all of a sudden, where are they? And the next day, brought all these unbelievable, if I told you, you could get emotionally, either way, very much something to, and that's what, act like maybe you're real good and busy and stuck up or something. Dave, have you ever told me, so I was over here, and tropes, or the better kind of words than fantasy, if you didn't change it, would come back to find subjects, a way to protect ourselves from, they to come back from the departed, and the subject of Parasite Leviathan, way super big, and those that are very much a Gila monster to the max, and then some crocodile walking, eating them. Oh, Millie. Oh, man, I don't think anything oh, man, I can't even tell you about it. Oh, man. I beg your pardon? I think I heard something about something. Oh, man. But nevertheless, you look right here, and these men, somebody else had the same, but you're kidding now. And you even said you're kidding? So I could really actually believe that those cures are still out there. And so I would, without further delay, get this one out. The other one that had too much echo, you could not use it. And that is all I have for now. And so I would keep a 7 spot here, orange, a house over there. I'm going to look into the Craigslist Orange County or something. Oh, great, to walk into that. It's not a trick. I'm really trick you, or, yeah. And so something that can work for you and work for the cause and interest of the whole as a betterment, as stipulation and GOD to be addressed, and not too easy, not too slow, not too fast, but that is the over and out, sir, over and out, sir, over and out. Good day, good. Father art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Amen, 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 amen. Over and out again. Good night, sir. Good night. Good morning, sir. Good morning. Good morning, sir. We'll see you in a bit. Over and out now. Thank you again. Here's a chance it didn't record you. No, it's recording. That is a very... Margarado, and you even went, you pull aside, pull aside, yeah, you get somebody, that's what he said, you got to pull aside, somebody stage of pulling aside kind of deal, stage of pulling, yeah, I could try to do it, but I don't know if they go for he's not, but anyway, if I'm nice and lucky, it's easy to unlock, exit the system again. Thank you, sir, ma'am.